I said in my last video that I will be making more whimsical fun stuff, so I lied actually, because this summer was crazy. So I hope that next year, or maybe during the winter holidays, I will be able to make more fun crafts and stuff. But this summer I was actually passing my finals in school, getting into university, moving. As you can see, I'm in a new room because my family moved to a new house. So I haven't had enough time to actually make some fun stuff, and I usually just spend my days maximizing my own fun and whimsy and doing stuff that I enjoyed, and I didn't want to record it at all. So but still, I think that this is a quite fun video idea that I will be doing today. And I think it will be a very fun video because it's actually one of the things that I want to do, and I actually want to record something, so this won't be terrible for me and I will actually enjoy the process. I've been trying to do things I enjoy before university life begins. Yeah, I got into university and I'll be studying game design, so I don't know how that will go, but I've heard that it's a pretty demanding discipline, so I'm trying to get my final rest days in before going on into this new stage of life. So today I will be doing something inspired by my previous video actually, but this project is actually what inspired my previous video. So this will be like a full circle moment for my fleshy creations, and yeah, I will tell you all about it right now. So all my shelves behind me and all my shelves in my previous room, I've had this thing. I won't introduce it. I just want you to look at it and take it all in and tell me what you think about it. That's crazy. I was onto something in the beginning of this year. This has actually been sitting on my shelves for the last like 8 months, I think. I created this during the last winter break, and I think it was like beginning of January. So yeah, about 7 to 8 months. And I really had like a lot of ideas of what to do with it, but I never got to accomplish them. I haven't recorded the process of creating this, so I will just quickly tell you what I did, and then we'll get to the fun part of making this better. This is made from air dry clay. I had a block of air dry clay that dried out, and I put it in there for like a week, and it absorbed all of the water and turned into like a slurry, so I had to dry it out for a couple of days, but I was already getting tired of this process, so I just decided to go with it. And I've been sculpting with mud. Basically, I sculpted this with mud because I was impatient and school was coming and I didn't want to stretch it out, which I did for like 8 months. But I knew this was going to happen, so I really wanted to finish the project before school started. What I did was I rolled out, and I didn't roll, I like slapped it and I like spread it around and waited for it to dry out because it was very, very wet. And I cut out a circle, and this was the base, this was the circle. Like it was like this thick maybe. And then I rolled out another sheet of clay and I cut out a rectangle and I wrapped it around the base like this. The clay was very wet, if you haven't realized that already. So while it was drying, it was cracking a lot, and it also like started collapsing under its own weight. So I really had to like support it by like doing this all day to not make it fall apart. And it was also cracking a lot, so I just like took some leftover clay and stuck it into the crevices and into the cracks that formed. Next, when it was like semi-dry, and by semi-dry I mean like resembled actual normal air dry clay, I took some teeth. I definitely got them online, and yeah, there's nothing about them. They're just fake. They're fake plastic teeth. Yeah, that's That's it. And I just stuck them in there. I just took the teeth and just like stuck them all around the edge. Let's get a very tasty close-up of how they look. I really thought about like how would I make the gums look real, but actually just like sticking teeth into the clay makes it look good enough as is. It does look like gums. Don't look here at the chipped paint. I will repaint it. My plans are not that complicated, but I think that this has all of the opportunities to go wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. I need to keep myself busy with something because I've been just like scrolling Instagram reels. I've been gaming, which is something I want to do, but I really need to get off my phone and do productive stuff. When I said that this was inspired by my previous video, I mean by the red polymer skin that I made on accident with my sister. And I said that it resembled liquid latex, like the film that it dries in. So I got myself the real thing, and it's just a bottle of liquid natural latex. Let's see what we can do with it, and maybe we could create some skin, some wrinkles, some scars. I really wanted to do piercings. I don't remember when exactly I made it, but I have a plate with an eye made out of clay. And I have a couple of earrings here that I think I could stick into the skin of this thing. But at first, I really want to do a little taste test. No, actually, do not eat this. It's used for these weird, like, SFX makeup scars and stuff. But I will use it for, not for my skin, but for this, the cup's skin. I actually don't think I said what it was. It was like a storage cup, yeah, like for your pens. You could put your pens and pencils in there. I made it too short for some pens and pencils, I think, but I will definitely find what to put in there. So yeah, let's open this up and have a little smell test, not taste, because you shouldn't drink stuff that it's literally written not to drink it. Here, yeah. So. Okay. Yeah, it smells like ammonia. Like, the first thing I smelled was actually like dried fish food, like shrimp and stuff. But yeah, like if you smell it like from far, it smells like dried fish. But when you get closer, it smells absolutely terrible, like decomposition and death. So I will be putting this onto a flat surface and letting it dry and see what happens and if I could actually make some stuff with it. I'll need to open the window right now, find a phone stand of some sort, and we'll be pouring. Okay guys, welcome to my windowsill. I have successfully created a phone stand out of books and boxes that I found in my room. And now I'll be pouring this thing on here. This is just a protective plastic mat, and I put it with its rough side up because I want the bottom to be like rough so that we could try and like experiment with different textures and see what will be better on our cup monster. Yeah, sorry for any background noise because this thing stinks, so you have to do this under an open window because it is chemicals. It does smell like ammonia, so what else can there be other than ammonia? Yeah, let's just pour it on there and spread it around and see what happens. I don't want to do too much of it. Let's start off with this amount and we'll just spread it around. It is very, very liquidy, as you can see. Yeah. It takes like 15 minutes to dry, but 24 hours to dry completely, depending on the thickness of the layer, but I do think that this won't take too long. But I really want to get my grubby fingers in there. Let's just do this. Yeah, that's just like this PVA glue. Oh, and it is drying already. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, look at that. Oh my god, yes. This is like exactly this is exactly what I wanted. And I do think it is a good thing that I left it to be quite thick, because otherwise it would have been like this very thin film that is forming on my fingers right now. Yeah, I will definitely use this as a protection layer for my watercolor paintings if I do them in the future. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. And it makes very satisfying sounds. It is slowly getting transparent around the edges, and it looks like there's like a film on top, which I don't want to touch for now. So I guess we'll have to wait until it turns completely transparent, which will take a long time. I found my box of acrylic paints, so I will be touching up the thing. Okay, so I didn't realize how long acrylic actually takes to dry, because yeah, the latex has been dry for like a while now, and I'm letting it dry a little bit more because I'm not sure if it's completely solid under the top. So here it is. I did some veins, as you can see. I did a better transition towards the red gum area that I will elaborate on in a minute. I also did some very delicious tooth decay. And here is some like transfer that I will cover up later from my fingers, because I was painting with my fingers at the end because I got too lazy to finish the job with. You're seeing this. I failed the surprise, but okay. I did a bruise, and yeah, I didn't finish the thought. I was painting with my fingers because it was much easier, and I created much more realistic looking transitions between colors, especially on the bruise. I haven't decided yet if it will be a bruise or like a wound. We'll see if I have enough latex for that. But yeah, I know for now, I think it will be a bruise, and it will look nice, like covered up by the skin and like obscured a little bit. For now, the plan is to take the latex of the plastic protector, cut it to shape, attach it to the side. I don't think I will do latex on here because I think it will wear down, but I also want to do like a lip around the edge here, like take up this much of the red and do like a lip situation. We'll see. Yeah, and that's the idea for now, and I will go and record the peeling process because I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. Oh yeah. Actually, I cannot unravel it. I forgot about the main thing of latex, that it sticks to itself, and it, like, when I pulled it off, it recoiled into itself, and now it is stuck. See how it is very sticky? That's what it did. Yeah, but I learned from my mistakes, and I hope this won't happen again. Let's just approximate how it looks, and yeah, it looks horrible, which is exactly what I need. So I used this experimental piece to try and attach it to the cup, and as you can see, yeah, it looks amazing. And I will paint it also with some watercolors maybe, and I used the latex sticking to latex technique to glue it onto the cup without using any glue. So I will need to wrap the whole thing in latex and then just like carefully roll it down, and yeah, it will look like some sort of lip or something. Yeah. Okay, let me check back in and show you the progress I made and tell you kind of about the things I did up until this point. So I cut up the latex with scissors and used PVA glue to add strings to it because I couldn't find the cotton wool. And I also added some pigmentation to the latex using my fingers and acrylic paint. Then I wrap the whole thing around the cup. And cut off the bottom with scissors because it wasn't really holding the cup that well, but now it doesn't slide and it also is very balanced, so this worked out. Next, I cut some lesions into the latex and also stapled it in 2 places where the latex met. I stapled it so it was surgically altered in some way, I don't know. Then I filled the lesions with the cotton wool that I found later, and I also painted it with watercolor, and now they look absolutely repulsive, so I feel I kind of accomplished my goal. Then I added some pigmentation with watercolor, and that is about it. So here is it for now. From far away, this looks surprisingly real. And here are the wounds close up, and now comes the fun part, and the whole process has been fun, and you can see by the spontaneous jump cuts and different settings and different times of me recording my voice that this was filmed in a day, spontaneously, and I was just having fun and also trying to document the whole process. So this video may not be the most perfect one, but I was definitely having a blast creating this thing. Yeah, the fun part that I started talking about is, of course, adding resin to it. I really want to make this shiny and the inside shiny, and also protect the paint from the pens that I will be inserting into this cup, because it is a functional pencil pen holder. I think that is about it. That's about everything I want to do with this cup. And next time you will see it finished. But now everything that remains is just putting some resin and letting it dry under the UV light. I don't think I will do any glow for this. This just doesn't feel like something that would glow. That thing in the petri dish, it definitely seemed like it needed some glowing parts, but I think this has enough going on that it doesn't need to glow. And yeah, it's a workplace kind of thing, and in the office you don't really want your living pencil holders to glow and distract you. So yeah, just stick around and look at me putting resin onto the thing. It is now the next day and it's done. I didn't film it yesterday because this resin took a very long time to dry, even though it was UV resin. It did dry unusually slowly, so I just blasted it with what I could, with the amount of light that I could, and then I turned everything off and just put it on the windowsill to dry, to finish its reaction that already started from the UV. It is now fully dry. Here it is close up. I will do some better shots of it in my light box. I also did a piercing. I don't know how I feel about it for now, but I do kind of like it. And it is all very shiny and gooey and juicy. So yeah, and I guess I'll have to put some pens and pencils into this. I have a pencil case that is very contrasting to the vibe of the cup, but yeah, I have some colored pencils, and as you can see, it is a little too short, which yeah, I thought about it when I was just making it out of clay in January, but I couldn't make it any taller, and as you can see, it does stand on its own, and it holds pens and lets you browse through them, and it is a fun little thing, and it's like eating them. It's it kind of reminds me of the Dune worm, it just comes out of your table and eats your pencils. So this is genuinely very fun. Let me position it with its fun side facing you, and the staples. Yeah, I am very happy with how it's turned out. I didn't think this would turn out to be this good, but I've already tried something in this technique. Let me get its friend. So yeah, it is just random red and blue stuff and resin, so of course this would look amazing and disgusting at the same time. here we have them. And now I will go and finish editing my video and filming some nice shots in good lighting. I will put some pictures in the end, just like I did last time, but also make sure to check out my Instagram page to get all of the pictures and look at the short form video on this one and on this one. Check out the video about this one to see how I came to discover this kind of process, because without this couldn't have happened. I don't know if it would be for the better. Some people would say it would be for the better, but I brought this into this world already and I have to live with it. And you have to live with it too. You may just like wake up one day and this will be on your table. This was quite a long video, but thank you for staying till the end, and your attention span has become a little bit better after this, I am sure. Yeah, that's it. That's all from me, and see you next time.